Hey gang, welcome back to another weekly episode of Sawyer-san's Magic Ride. And I apologize for not going to someplace awesome and cool this week. I had one actually picked out, and the weather had other plans. So Monday and Tuesday we just got swamped with rain, and that just kind of precluded the whole issue of me going out and going on location and filming. But this week is not without news, at least. So Thursday night I went to bed, and then I wake up in the morning on Friday and I've got some of the worst pain ever right in between my shoulder blades. It happens occasionally to the best of us, and I don't know how I did it. It just happened. So I think, okay, you know, this is just going to be a bad day. It'll go away occasionally. And then Saturday comes and I cannot turn my head. I'm, sitting like this, trying to, tilt my head back, because I can't really tilt my head down or back either. I'm doing a lot better now, but I couldn't really move my neck on Saturday. And it was really hard to sit down. There was just no comfortable way to do it. And so that continued through Sunday. Sunday I felt a little bit better. Monday it was worse again. And then I decided that night, this has to stop. I have to go from using this cruddy old futon pillow that came with my futon set, and I went to the department store and I bought a new pillow that is actually really good. I like it. Good purchase of about 40 bucks, case and all. So, you know what? If that's what it takes to sleep well here, it's worth it. Totally worth it. Apart from that, some of you may know that Mass Effect Andromeda came out this week, and I am deep into that game now. It is awesome. Many of you know that I've played the other installments in the Mass Effect series, and I love this game. It's really cool. It's about man's final frontier space. But it's a cool game. If you are into that kind of thing, I recommend checking it out. So that brings you up to speed for Tuesday. On that note, let's head into questions, comments, and Snyder Marks, the part of the show where I respond to your questions and comments that you leave on the Facebook and YouTube posts, whichever one suits your fancy. So let's start this week with Facebook, and boy, do we have a lot to go through this week. Not only on Facebook, but also on YouTube, so awesome. Okay, first two comments on the Facebook post are from Aunt Roberta. Aunt Berta says, "Love seeing the area, and yeah, there is Starbucks. I know you don't drink coffee, but their frappuccinos are great too. Keep an eye on those lumps. Is it hard to seek medical help because of the language barrier or because of cost? Could you take a friend to interpret and have it checked out? Do they have mediclinics like in the USA?" And so a lot of this question is centered around healthcare. So it's always difficult for me, no matter where I am, to go to the doctor. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, and I don't like that. Also, I hate going to the doctor, period. It's a man thing, I think. But as far as the lumps are concerned, they are going down. They're not a problem anymore. I can barely even feel them. I have to really search. Is it hard to seek medical help? Yes, mostly because of the language barrier. The cost is not such an issue. I'm on the Japanese National Health Insurance, which I think you have to pay 30% of the cost up front. But your payment into the system is based on your yearly income. So basically for this last year, I haven't paid much because I didn't make anything in Japan last year. If I stayed another year, my cost would go up. It's like Obamacare, a little bit. It works a little bit better, but it's still going to collapse eventually. Could I take a friend and have them interpret to have it checked out? Certainly, but most of my friends that I know either don't speak very good Japanese, or they don't have the opportunity to, take time out of their day and help me get something checked out. And they do have mediclinics like in America. There seems to be like some clinic or another, some type of clinic or another on just about every street corner. There's one, actually, the one that I went to get my cold checked out was like right close to the station, maybe 10 minutes walk from my apartment. Second comment, by the way, I agree with your mom. but just became curious about healthcare. No comment last week didn't mean I didn't watch any and enjoy the video. I'll get to Mom's comment later. Aunt Julie says, I too am enjoying each week. Love the blossoms that you almost missed. Looks like the trees are completely leafed out already. Our snow is almost gone up here. Oh, about the leaves. They never really left. Our snow is almost gone here. Up the hill they still have a bunch. I was wondering why so many Japanese people wear those masks, and even here, when here in the US. Now I'm assuming it's because of allergies, and at this season, yes. Other seasons it's because of sickness. You know, if they have a sniffle, they'll put on a mask. But now it's because of allergies, this season at least. I didn't know if they were afraid of germs or afraid of germs or of spreading germs. Both. Fun to see the city, and interesting how they have English names on storefront like H&M and Starbucks. Did you travel alone or go with a friend? I travel alone. I always travel alone because my friends are busy, usually. So, that's just how it goes. Cousin Russ Sig says, it's nice to see you out and about finally. I was worried with the last few videos you were getting cabin fever, and I was a little bit. It was nice to get out and see Hamamatsu. This is a beautiful city. How many people live in it? The population of Hamamatsu City is 789,407 individuals as of September 1st, 2015, with a density of 507 people per square kilometer, about 1,310 per square mile. Also, our train is much cheaper. That same hour train ride here would be about $230 US. Good on you, Korea. You've got cheaper transportation than Japan. You win this one. I saw Okinawa last week and it too was beautiful. How many places have you been to in Japan? Cousin Russell Sig. I've been to Tokyo a couple times. I go to Shizuoka every week. I've been to Hamamatsu once before for work, once again for pleasure. I've gone to Nagoya for business. I would like to go there again for, just a social visit, maybe see Aunt Steph's old host family, but it's just an issue of working out my schedule, finding time for that kind of thing, and also I want to make money so I don't have debt for the rest of my life. Alright. Mom comments, I wrote my comments on YouTube, but I'm wondering about those masks too. Answered. Saw a lot of them. Glad to hear the lumps are going down. Does that make you think about how you would deal with something very serious? We are now able to see the streets here completely. Hooray! Although, we are now getting record rain and it is causing major flooding all over the area. Boo. It looks like all that area in Idaho that you and Dad hydroseeded by hanging off a cliff. Well, the train track gave away and about 5 cars tumbled down, all because of the ground being saturated. Wow. So yeah, the health scare did kind of make me think about how I would handle very serious health problems like terminal illness if I was diagnosed while I'm here in Japan. And I think the simplest answer would be to take it one step at a time. First step, of course, is to come back to America, where healthcare is the best in the world. The next step would be, determining how to fight it, and then, at what cost I can spare, because I have student loans. I have no really reasonable income. I have, student debt, so that's a big problem that I'd have to consider if I was going to fight a terminal illness such as cancer. But, on to happier things. Aunt Julie responds to Mom's comment. Russ gets those bumps under his armpits too, had to have removed because they got so big it was miserable. I think Marcus had one too. Not cancerous, just annoying. And yes, I feel that. Aunt Beth writes, this looks like a very clean and beautiful city. And it is. Most cities in Japan are. So glad you're taking these little excursions. 10 years from now you'll look back and be glad you explored and made memories on your year abroad. Love your videos and love you. Love you too, Aunt Beth. With that said, let's continue on to YouTube. Okay, we have 4 comments on the YouTube video, 3 of which are from Mom. So let's start off with the one that's not from Mom. Oliver Queen, whoever that is. What's with the face masks some of the people are wearing? And well, the answer to that, as I said before, is some people have hay fever here. They have allergies, and so they're trying to filter what comes into their nose, and it helps them a little bit. There's also a second answer. If they have a cough or they have a cold or something, they'll put on the mask. just to prevent disease from spreading, considering Japan's incredible population density. Now on to Mom's 3 comments. Don't you have a vacation week coming up soon? What are your plans for then? And I do have a vacation week coming up soon. It'll be at the beginning of May, and I'm planning to take actually a little bit of extra time off so I can do more during that week. My plans for then, tenuously, I want to go to Kyoto, either Kyoto or Osaka. And exactly what I'm going to do there, maybe I'll spend a night or two, you know, just see the sights, do some sightseeing, take pictures, take video, just see what's around in Kyoto and Osaka. Kyoto would be good because it's got a lot of history in the town. Do the locals wear masks outdoors because they're afraid of spreading or catching disease, or for allergies, Dad? And the answer is yes to all of that. And Mom comments, as far as pictures of your church family goes, ask them. Tell them your family and friends back at home want to see who his pastor and wife are. Assert yourself. You've seen how the Japanese tourists are here in America. Do it, boy. Okay, so I did actually get a couple pictures of my church building when I went to church last week. So I'll be putting those up here so you can see them. I'll have them rotate through. So the main church building that you see was built in 1958. The church was founded in like 1886. A Scottish-Canadian guy came over, I think his name was David MacDonald. He founded the church as well as the orphanage that I visited on Christmas. I didn't get any pictures of my church family just because I forgot, and I don't like it when Japanese people come to America and take my picture. I don't want to be that same person. You know, even if it's just for the purposes of this video, I don't feel comfortable with it, so I'm not going to do it. There's my answer. Final word. It's my channel. What are you going to do about it? Okay, on that note, this ends the weekly update for Sawyer-san's Magic Ride. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you'd like to get involved with the questions, comments, and side remarks, all you have to do is leave your comment down below. Okay, tune in next week for more awesome content with subpar production values. I'll see you then. Bye.